Let's take a look at trend lines and forecasts. First, we need something to forecast or to look at a trend of. So I'm going to take purchases and I'm going to look at purchases over time. So I'm going to take transaction date. So this is purchases subtotal. And let's do monthly. So now I get for each month what is the sum of purchases subtotal. So in 2012 in January was 30 million. So let's see if we can just get a trend line for this, and all I need to do is right click and then go down to trend lines and say show trend lines. And this is my trend line, which is simply a regression. So I have a regression with month as the independent variable and purchases as the dependent variable. So if we go ahead and just hover over here, we can see that purchases equal, and then we get our regression formula there. And the R squared is basically a measure of how much of the variance we explain of the dependent variable. And let's go ahead and right click on this and say edit trend line. And here we can change, this is a linear, so we assume it's a linear relationship, so we have a straight line here. We can change that to log or exponential or power or polynomial to different degrees. We can show confidence bands. So there's a few options here. I'm going to go ahead and remove the trend line and show how forecasts work. And to get a forecast, we just simply say show forecast. And this is the actual and this is a forecasted value. We can also access a bunch of options here too. So we can do forecast results and we can say actual and forecast. So now we see the actual and then the forecasted values. And these are confidence bands for the forecasts. And there's some other options too. We can view only the trend if we wanted to, and then we can get some other values in here too. Forecasting method used in Tableau is exponential smoothing. So it's basically weighing more recent observations more heavily in its calculation of the estimates for the future predictions. And we can do some changes to forecast here too. So if you say forecast options, we right click and say forecast option. And here we can say how far out should we be forecasting. We can say forecast model. We can say automatic without seasonality if we want to remove seasonality. Custom. So now we can say, do we want it to be additive or multiplicative for the trend, and for seasonality should be additive or multiplicative. Normally automatic works pretty good. So what automatic does, it compares the number of models with different settings and then picks the best one.